Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below or jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and determined that you're a power year number 4, then you are at the right place. Hiya, 4s. Hey, 4s, you're in the month of 6. Very, very big relationship month this month, 4s. Let's get our first deck of cards and start shuffling while I remind you of what these numbers mean. Now, 4 is about creating the rest of your life and trying to get your ducks in order as far as where you're going to live, where you're going to work, who you're in a relationship with. Are you going to have a successful future with them? Or is it time to cut them off because you want more or something different than they do? Now that's the year of 4. Now the month of 6 is the biggest romance month out of the year. So again, are we going to cut them loose or are we going to make some kind of commitment? And 6 is also about responsibility, where you feel like it's all on your shoulders, or you've been skirting responsibility and not holding up your end of the bargain. 6 is about relocation, and it's about redecorating the home, and it's about nurturing and caring and maybe taking care of others. Maybe somebody's sick and needs you. All right, 4s, let's take a look for those of you who have a job and are working. Now remember, 4s, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. All the words in this reading are for you. So if the description of romance matches your workplace more, all the words that are said are for you, okay? Now, for those of you who are working and you're 4s, there's something that, there's 2 cards here that talk about withholding information. And you could be withholding information from the workplace about something, and I feel like it's because you're worried about something or someone else. I'm feeling like work is watching you. They're watching you and they're seeing how you're doing about something. And you yourself maybe are watching them and seeing how they're doing. And yet the outcome turns to be about other people. It could be about other relationships in your life. For example, you have to take time off because of other relationships in your life. Or you and the people that you work with all could be looking and suddenly turn around and the attention is on somebody else at the workplace who may not be holding up their end of the bargain, who suddenly gets sick and can't be there. And all the attention goes on to that. That's pretty much what's here, is that everybody's not putting it out there. Everybody's not saying everything that they could be saying. Everybody's still in a position in this month of 6 where it's not quite clear where the responsibility is supposed to be, who is it supposed to be on. There's just this flux and then this upheaval of some kind towards the end of the month about maybe other employees or other locations or other relationships that are getting into the way of work or causing some kind of a conflict. Let's take a look for those of you who are looking for work and see if we can get more information, because I know that it's a little bit, I gotta say, that one's a little bit tricky. Let's take a look for those of you fours who are looking for work. Okay, fours, you have a lot of good connections, and you've got friends that are speaking on your behalf or references. You've got people who are trying to help you, and I feel like you're coming from a confusing or compromised place. But moving forward, you don't have the whole story of things either. The story isn't clear. So if you've been depending on information from others about the job, you're not getting the whole story. And it's not like somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. For the most part, it's just that you're not getting all of the facts straight, and maybe you're not talking to the right person or haven't gotten a hold of the right person yet, fours. There seems to be this kind of flux. I'm just going to do something that I don't normally do, and that is pull more cards to give me more of an explanation of, okay, what are we trying to say here? Okay, I'm going to say for all of you across the board is that you've got the delayed success card. You've got that, you've had some upheavals in the past as far as maybe at this job or other jobs, and you're trying to get everything in perfect order for yourself, and it may not feel like it, but you are. And the card represents delayed success, so that if you feel like, you're not understanding the job, you're not loving everybody at the job, you think that everybody doesn't love you at the job, you think that your applications are going into a pile somewhere and nobody's seeing it, what's the point? Or what's the point of putting in a phone call or an email to ask about the status of something? There is a point, because there's a method to your madness, and you're knowing, well, I need this, or I want this, or I want it to work out, and so I'm going to keep working at it, and you're going to have very good luck, because you have a card coming up where you get good news, or there's positive changes, and so you might be chosen over someone else for something. You might come into a position where you're better than the last person was at something. And it may even mean a promotion of some kind, or that you're needed at a different location that's in trouble that needs you more. Then you've got this 6 hanging over your head, where it's like you say, well, wait a minute, that location is a half an hour farther from home than the one that I'm going to. And then you've got to start to think, well, wait a minute, do I know these people? Have I been here a long time? Do I have a leg to stand on to say that? Or do I just have to do it because they don't know me well enough yet, and I have to prove myself? So I have to do this, and that they're asking me to do. That's what 6 is about responsibility. So something like that can transpire. Okay, 4s, let's take a look at love and romance, and let's take a look at 4s who are in a relationship. And where's that relationship going during this month of November? Okay. Where's this relationship going in this month of November? It looks like there's somebody from the past coming into the picture. It looks like there's someone who's coming back and is going to either take up a lot of time or really, really require your attention. And that the suggestion is that you can't make headway with this person. You just can't get them to understand your point. You just can't get them to even leave you alone. You just can't. They're just pushy and they're forward, and somebody's coming into the picture, then they're not going to take no for an answer. And yet I have here that it's time for you to accept that, or it's a chance for you to accept that, and to just not to, I don't know why they're telling you not to burn your bridges with this person, but not to burn your bridges with this person, not to be nasty, not to hang up on them. Maybe you don't pick up the phone, or maybe you send off a quick text that I'm seeing somebody else, and that's it, and then you don't respond again to them. But for whatever reason, it's don't get other people involved. Don't go running and telling, somebody that you're seeing that, oh, so-and-so is calling me. Gee, I wonder why. It could really turn into a to-do, and just not to do that. And I think it's saying here for you fours is to make a decision already. Who do you want to be with? Do you want to be with the person that you're with, or do you want to be with somebody else? And to make a decision, because also it could be saying that just because maybe you're with somebody else, this other person comes back, maybe down the road you will think twice and want to go back with them. So not to burn those bridges when it comes to someone from the past coming back into the situation. Now, another thing that this can mean, fours, is that the person you're seeing has somebody coming back into the picture, or calling out of the blue, or texting out of the blue. And these cards would recommend to let them handle it. Let your loved one handle it. They will handle it. You just come out with a smile on your face and being calm and showing that you trust them, and let them handle it. Now let's shuffle and take a look at those fours who are looking for a relationship. Okay. There's two cards here, fours, that are saying that there's many different ways to try to find love, and also there's many different sites to go on, because it looks to me like you're kind of cutting off different avenues before you've even started. Maybe you've had a bad experience in the past with something, and you are at a time where you're meant to be meeting someone. You are. So it's to get your nerve up and to get out there and to try once again, to try a new site, or to ask that friend, didn't you say you knew somebody, maybe now I'm ready to meet them? Because it's you who's holding yourself back, and there's everything here that's saying you're meant to be out there, and you really are meant to be starting something new this month of 6, which is the month of November for you. Somebody may have put you down somewhere along the way, or critiqued you somewhere along the way, and maybe that has shaken you up. And this reading is here to tell you that no, everything is in your favor for you to meet someone and to move forward and to have that love in your life. Okay, fours, let's take a look at any question that you have. You can ask about love again, you can ask about job, you can ask about anything at all. And let's ask about what's the best outcome that we can expect for our fours in this month of 6, in this month of November. Okay. 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 You know, fours, there's this common thread that you've got going through all here, and it's a little bit of conflict this month. It's just a little bit of conflict. I think that you may have opened up a conversation or made a suggestion about something that you're worried about. Ooh, did I say too much or did I push it? And I do feel like there's more than you wrapped up in the situation. Even if it's at work, if it's a conflict within the family, if it's a conflict in love, there's more than you in a situation. There could be a love triangle, this person from the past. There can be a person at work who was supposed to go. They were supposed to leave, but now they don't want to. They want to extend their stay. All in all, you are not getting the whole story from the source. Whether it's work, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, you are not getting the whole story, and there's more than meets the eye. There's more than what you see or more than what you know. And I'm not getting an ending. I'm not getting an ending of a job or a relationship or a friendship. I'm just getting that there's just, the cards just want you to know that there's more to the story than meets the eye. And that's the important message for you across the board this month, is that don't be hasty to make decisions about anything because you don't know everything. Six is about that communication. So if you need answers, then ask the questions. Otherwise, you still may be in flux, but you'll definitely be in feeling like you're unsettled or unsure if you don't have the nerve to ask the right questions. Okay, fours, you got some work ahead of you with communication this month, I see, but still you have a good reading. There doesn't seem to be any endings to anything that I'm supposed to alert you to. And it's just working out internal issues with the situations that you've got going on. Okay, fours, thank you so much for joining Jemma's Window. If you'd like to know more about me, please jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I'd love to have you. See you next time, fours. Bye for now.